Hey, it's day 149 of Hey, what are you doing today? Tomorrow's day 150. That's kind of cool. 150 days of just trying to change things and trying to do things right and concentrating on what I'm doing and those kind of things. So 150 days will be good. It'll be 100 as long as I make it. It'll be 150 days where I haven't missed a run any single day. I've had a couple goofy, silly runs for whatever reason, but I still managed to get a run out every single day for 150 days. So not the goal or anything, but just kind of an interesting side note. But day 149, and today it brings with it rain, so it's kind of a little drizzle. Had a little downpour earlier today. This is such a cool time of year. I mean, this is the time when, after this rain, it's kind of cooled off a little bit. Not too much. I mean, it's still 90 degrees yesterday, but this is the time of year when the days start getting shorter, the days start getting cooler. Trees will change, drop the leaves, all that kind of stuff. So going into fall, I mean, fall to me has always been every bit as exciting as spring. Just that there's a refreshingness to it. There's almost like the world prepares to shut itself down and take a nap kind of thing. This is kind of fall is kind of that buckling up of things, and today after the rain, I could kind of sense, I'm entering that time of the year again. And we as far as we live, we only get to experience a certain amount of falls or a certain amount of summers or a certain amount of springs. And um, I don't know, it's just one of those things. I can remember one year back, and I was probably in like 7th or 8th grade, and I remember we would have to walk from the school to a building that was probably about a mile away to go set up for practicing for this was junior high, so junior high wrestling. And we would make that walk through the cold, and then one day was like that first day of spring, and it was like, oh wow, it was just exciting, that refreshing feeling of that change, that coming. Winter and summer can be a little bit difficult at times, too hot or too cold, or too dark in the winter time sometimes, but those changes can be so refreshing. And coming into fall now, I'm kind of excited to go through that again and see the changes. Bring out the jacket. Next thing bring out the fall clothes and lead into the winter clothes and winter coats, and just an overall change in the feeling of how things are. So, but I guess that's true of a lot of things. Anytime I go through a change in my life, it's kind of a refreshing thing. And I've been going through a lot of ups and downs with this change I'm trying to make, and a lot of the downs just come from the situation I'm in, and trying to get myself free from that situation. But at the same time, I recognize and appreciate that the situation is teaching me things that I need for the movement. But that idea came back. I mentioned it last night. About just getting a brick and mortar kind of business off the ground and investing my time in it, and making it work and learning from it, and then taking creating a new branch from there. So taking that initial step instead of sitting back and trying to find an idea that'll hit me. So I'm trying to find a new idea for a new business that may or may not exist out there, to take one that exists and make it my own and just make it work and learn the components of a business. And that's an interesting perspective to me that I'd considered, but I was kind of avoiding. I wanted something kind of, I wanted some revolutionary thought to spark in my brain. I've had a few, but nothing that I can get 100% behind. But now to think about this, this other concept that I've had before that I can take, and I think I can pretty solidly put together and get out there and do it. And I'm trained. I've developed the sense of putting in the hours and putting in the work. That doesn't faze me. I think financially I have the money to get it off the ground. I have to do a lot of research in terms of, what I'll need to maintain it, what I'll need, what kind of hours it's really going to take, really prepare myself for it, and investigate all the pluses and minuses, so to speak, and get it all figured out. But I'm at that point where I'm thinking, maybe I should really start developing that, and then, perfect timing. Going into February, going into March, spring starting to break, and that's when I can run out and start the endeavor and get it off the ground, and actually have something that is physical that I can work on after that. It's going to require a lot of work to get to that point, and I have it's like the perfect amount of time too. So a lot of things are pointing me in that right direction. I'm weighing that pretty heavily, if that's the concept I'm going to go down. But it'd be the perfect time to make that change. Coming fresh out of winter, having done all the research and all the work that I can do before actually opening the doors and letting the thing go and making it a daily operation. But it's becoming more and more appealing to me. I went home and thought about it last night, and it's come back to me today over a couple of thoughts. So I'm gonna let that one grow for a second and see if that's the route I take, and what it brings me. And it's, like I said, something I can be passionate about, and there's an element of creativity to it. There's an element of craftsmanship to it, that I can take pride in and work on and develop, and there's a lot to it. It's the more I talk about it, even now, it's just kind of starting to seem like the right fit in the right direction, which is kind of a breath of fresh air. So might go down that road and be ready by spring. So that's pretty exciting. It's kind of almost like I can put my hands on the grips. I haven't started the motorcycle yet, but I can reach out and actually put my hands on the grips and get ready to get it fired up and learn to ride the thing. So has nothing to do with motorcycles. I just use that as an analogy. But anyway, and day 149, filled with kind of a hopefulness. Hope is such a good feeling, by the way. Just that sense of something real and something tangible that I could create and do, and just the hopefulness of being out working for myself, generating my own income, reporting only to myself, and keeping myself at a higher standard, maintaining myself, and not really having anybody to report to, or not doing something that I don't want to do, and being my own manager, and taking back my life from this corporate world that takes my life away from me on a certain level. So anyway, I'm kind of excited. So it's day 149. Hey, what are you doing today? Thanks.